When my wonderful advisor, Dr. Hughes, nominated me, I was elated. It was a dream come true for me. I think that being selected as the College of Education graduate student commencement speaker is one of the highest honor that I can think of. However, after a few minutes, it dawned on me and I said to myself, oh my, this is such an immense responsibility. Within a 5-minute speech, how can I possibly break the news gently and say to all of you, congratulations, but welcome to the world of the unemployed. Well, you're probably thinking to yourself, what is this 4 feet, 9 inches tall, without my 3 inches heels right now, Filipino woman going to tell me today? I hope that she's not going to bore me to death. Well, in all seriousness, I know that as a graduate student commencement speaker, I am tasked to give a brief message that would not only motivate the new graduates, but almost most importantly, encourage them to take action and become proactive. Much of who I am today was formed in my 4 years at the University of Maryland. This school is really a part of my soul because it was here that I unearthed the courage to be me. Here, I unsilenced, validated, and intensified my own voice. Here in this university, I realized what I wanted to be when I grow up. My principal, Pam Landry over there, always asks me, Joy, what do you really want to be when you grow up? Because I like to do a lot of things. So, what do I really want to be when I grow up? When I came here to the University of Maryland, I became a teacher, a researcher, a school leader, a guidance counselor, and a business owner, all in one. That sounds a lot, but although it is quite perplexing, it is feasible to wear these many hats. So don't lose hope. We all have our own, interests. Today, I want to talk to you about living an authentic life, risking rejection in order to share our gifts with the world, and in making room for hope in our lives so that we can inspire hope in others. I also want to accentuate never giving up on our dreams and looking at setbacks as our fuels for success. When I was watching YouTube videos and reading online articles about the best graduation speeches, I noticed how many of the speakers focused on being grateful to the people who supported them in their journey to success. But then again, I realized, although I acknowledge and recognize the many people that supported me in all my endeavors, especially my husband Ron, my family, my closest friends, my mentors, I also would like to thank all the people who did not believe in me and who constantly said, I couldn't. Now I'm here. Okay, I have 2 more pages. Okay, my husband often tells me that I have a vow of disobedience because I would always do the reverse of what people tell me to do. I told him, well, honey, I thought you're supposed to be on my side. But then again, I added, I only disobey because I just want to prove to those people that they are wrong. So let me tell you a brief personal story of mine. I got married very young, believe it or not, at the age of 19. Many people, yes. I'm 36. There you go, I let it out. Many people said, well, she will never finish college. I proved them wrong. I graduated from college, cum laude. And then, as I was working at a private learning center, I told my boss that I want to build my own school. She said to me, Well, you cannot really possibly build a school from scratch, Joy. You know, it takes money to make money. Guess what? I took that statement as a fuel, and I said, you know, like 6 months after that, with the help of my husband's family, I built my own learning center.
Ooh.
The feeling of being challenged went on and on and on. Joy, you can't go to graduate school when you're teaching full-time at Prince George's County Public School. How on earth are you going to do that? Well, thanks to all of them, I'm graduating with a PhD today. I am so sick and tired of people telling me what I can and I cannot do. Even my closest friends and some family members were echoing the same thing. It became habit forming for me. I just had to prove these people wrong. And so I would just go ahead with no holds barred and carried on to pursue my dream. All my life, my detractors' criticisms fueled me to rise above the rest. And so I constantly reflected and introspected on my own thoughts and actions so I can improve for the better. But this realization did not come overnight. I needed to seek the mentors and even continuously seek for more mentors that would guide and inspire me to greater heights. A very wise mentor of mine once told me, a goal without a vision creates confusion, and a vision without passion is merely an illusion. And so I kept this in mind. I set my goal, I created my vision, and most importantly, I found my passion, teaching. I arrived in this great country 5 years ago with a fiery goal of achieving success. I was one of the 108 teachers who came to the Philippines in 2006. And I was the only one of the 960 Filipino teachers recruited to teach at Prince George's County who completed a PhD from a reputable university, our university.
Yeah.
But let me candidly tell you, my road to success was not smooth. The road was bumpy and almost unbearable and impossible to pass. In a modern world where one would think that diversity flourishes and equality is embraced, I still experience disparity, disproportionality, and discrimination. The more I achieved success, the more my detractors surfaced. At times, I questioned myself, why did I ever leave my country, my comfort zone, and immerse myself into a world of uncertainties around me? No support system, a world with many eyes judging me, dictating me what I can and cannot do because of the color of my skin. Many times I wanted to give up, but I persevered. Like what I said before, I used those negative perceptions to fuel me to triumph and to ascertain to myself that I can be successful. As I was reflecting on what to include in my speech about my contributions around scholarship, leadership, and service to the college or university during my degree program, I started to panic. I'm like, wait a minute. Unlike my classmates who held graduate assistantships, teaching classes, involving themselves in research, I go to the University of Maryland at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and leave at 7 because I have a full-time job. So I said to myself, oh my gosh, if that's one of the criteria, I will never be selected. But then again, I realized, for 4 years, I would go to work every day, implement the theoretical knowledge that I learned from my PhD courses in my teaching practice to the students and teachers in the public school. Although at times I felt a robust consciousness of parallelism, ambiguities, and paradoxes between theory and reality, one thing I know for certain, immersing myself simultaneously in research and teaching practice made me become a better teacher, researcher, educational leader, mentor, person, and hopefully wife. Now as for my final message, I I challenge all of you graduates to never give up on your dreams. Be appreciative and grateful